Now, there are many games being played out right now, and they are distractions upon distractions. But I want to take you through perhaps the lowest, most recent whack of Julia Gillard. Now, we all know about the success that came from the misogyny speech. This was something that played well for people who normally don't pay attention to the news, they don't pay attention to politics, and it did pretty well around the world on the internet. But as we know, the Prime Minister, her leadership is currently under threat. For the second day in a row, and effectively the third day, Bill Shorten has remained dead silent. Nothing at all. A brief comment to Channel 7 and that's it. He turned his phone off yesterday and today he had his head in the sand. Now, Bill Shorten has let the leadership bushfire burn. He will appear tomorrow. You'll see him here on Sky News at least at about 9:30 in the morning. He's due to make an announcement on the behalf of a company, but you know what the media is going to be doing. They'll be asking him one question and one question only. But also what is now incredibly evident is that Bill Shorten doesn't care about who's Prime Minister for the next 95 days. He cares about who will be annoyed with him and who will hold him accountable for the election loss and the size of it for him to continue the great social climbing life that he has to become the opposition leader. So it's not about Prime Minister, it's about opposition leader. That's distraction number one. Distraction number two is that Julia Gillard today has addressed a meeting of female supporters. Now, we told you about this, that it is a knockoff of an American idea, which is Women for Obama. Now, she has decided to throw what I think is tantamount to one of the lowest slurs that you can throw as a female politician against a male politician. Here is what she had to say at an event which is called Women for Labor. Now, I won't debate too much of this because it is a distraction. The story behind the footage you are about to see is a scandal, and we'll get to that in a second. First, the Prime Minister and what she wants us all to be talking about tonight.
Finally, but very importantly, we don't want to live in an Australia where abortion again becomes the political plaything of men who think they know better.
So out of nowhere, we get the reference to abortion. Nasty and impossible for Tony Abbott to be able to push against. So it was Julie Bishop, the Deputy Liberal leader, last time I checked, a woman who is the only person empowered by that side of politics to be able to deal with these matters. She's made it very clear there is no evidence, no inkling, nothing that justifies the comment that the Prime Minister made. So that's distraction number two, gone. Here's the real story. The real story behind what you just saw. What you just saw was Labor Party propaganda. What you just saw was an event that was filmed by the Prime Minister's office. Two separate cameras, and they supplied the footage to the media. But this is only after they banned the media earlier in the day from that very event. Now, there are always political events where cameras are not welcome, but you don't later release a transcript of the speech that was actually made and then provide footage as well. This is a new low for the Prime Minister's chief spin doctor, General Patton, a man who is trying to control the media to the extent that literally they are now filming these events and they are supplying the media with the footage. The words of the speech were made public first. The vision didn't come till some time later. And even then, it's not the entire footage. The media was only provided with part of it. Yes, a big chunk, but not a raw footage from one camera. As you saw, there were two cameras. There was one in the crowd, there was one next to the Prime Minister. There were two files that were sent to the media today. And then there's the whole issue of disclosure. The media must declare that this stuff is supplied by the Prime Minister's office. Otherwise, the media is running Labor Party or potentially Liberal Party propaganda as its own footage. The media should not be barred from events that involve the Prime Minister. And if you are going to let some form of the media in, or you want media attention for the ludicrous things that you say there, trying to lie to women, treating them like fools, suggesting that women are so stupid that all they will do is vote on issues like abortion and their gender, I couldn't think of anything more cynical or more disgusting. Not just that the speech was made, what was said in the speech, and the fact that the media was not just banned from it, but was then later supplied the footage by the Prime Minister's office. There is a real challenge here. If the political media cop this, then we are in for a disgraceful 95 days. Politics is often about access, and they do control the image, but they shouldn't control the camera. That's up to organisations like ours and the networks that either you pay for or you turn to and trust. And when this footage does appear, it should be in big, screaming letters, and it will be on this program from here on forth. Supplied by the Prime Minister's office. It was not footage obtained by Sky News. It was not footage obtained by Channel 7. It was filmed by the Prime Minister's office, selectively edited and then sent to the media. This is a bloody scandal. Forget the abortion distraction, forget the leadership distraction. This is the real game today.